Hi guys, JesterArke here with Mountain Blade Warband. Now, I've wanted to play this game for ages. Like, it's not a new game, but I don't know, something's just always stopped me picking it up. Every time I've gone to, something's come up. It's just one of those situations. But we got the game donated to us, gifted to us by one of our viewers. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to get in and give it a bit of a try. So I did, and I think I played about, I don't know, 10 or so hours. I still haven't got a clue what I'm doing, but it is terribly fun, at least running around, clobbering people over the head with, swords and maces and all that sort of jazz. So I will be relying on you guys to comment down below and basically give me some tips and let me know how to play properly. We are playing just the vanilla. We've got no mods, no DLC for it at this point in time. So let's jump into a new game. Yeah, I did record a few hours worth, but wasn't happy with the footage. The quality was all garbled, and yeah, anyway. So basically, you start off, you got to choose your character. You can choose male or female, and basically their backstory. Due to the period that this is set in, male nobles may have somewhat easier starts, but women and commoners can attain all the same goals, and in fact may have a much more interesting, if more challenging, early game. So there you go. We're going to go for a male. Now, you choose a couple of options. You were born years ago in a land far away. Your father was a... we're going to go for a warrior. As a child, your family scrabbled out a meager living from your father's wages. You started to learn about the world almost as soon as you could walk and talk, and you spent your early life as... we'll grow a shop assistant. As a boy growing up out of childhood, you apprenticed to a wealthy merchant. As a young adult, life changed, as it always does, and you became a peddler. Peddler sounds like it would make sense after being a merchant's apprentice-y thing. You became an adult, but soon everything changed and you decided to strike out on your own as an adventurer. What made you do that? Being forced out of your home. Mum got sick of having a 30-something-year-old living in the basement. Only you know exactly what caused you to give up on your old life, and everybody that's watched this video up to this point that saw me click on it. So we decided to become an adventurer. Okay, we will be Ark the Jester. Okay, so we've got attributes, skills, and proficiencies. Our proficiencies are weapon proficiencies. I don't want to say that too often. Now, we're going to try and round our skills off a little bit to start off with. I'll chuck one more in strength to begin with. Okay. Okay. Now, we generally start off, I believe we should start off with a ranged and a close, and a melee weapon. Not sure what we'll get. Basically, all of these starting attributes and stuff are set in place by what you chose as your options. Also, you're starting money, starting equipment, all that sort of jazz. But for the longer term, we're going to put a couple of points in prison, or a point in prisoner management. Yeah, we'll go 2. That allows us to capture prisoners. Leadership allows us to have bigger armies of less cost. Our inventory management is already at 2, which will allow us to have more stuff. Chuck a point in power strike. We're going to want to get the riding up to 4 for higher tier horsies. Athletics and shield. Okay. And I want to go for a sword and board style character. So we'll put all our points into there. I have a feeling we're going to start off with a polearm of some variety, just because that was what had the highest starting proficiency. Okay. I already have a thing in mind for how to look. Age is good. Hair is ready, orange-ish. Okay, I did mess around with these last time I tried to play, and I looked horrible. So I'm just going to leave them as is. Okay, you hear about Calradia, a land torn between rival kingdoms, battling each other for supremacy. That's where we're going. Now, we're going to join, well, No, we're not going to join a faction. This is simply deciding where we start. Now, the Nords are in sort of this part of the map. Vigirs are here. Rhodoks are down here. These guys are here. And these two are sort of in the middle. Okay, you've got, from what I can gather, as I haven't played a hell of a lot of it yet, these three are predominantly mounted troops. Spearmen and crossbowmen. Swordsmen and bowmen. And I know these guys have footmen and bowmen as well, but I think they've got skirmishers thrown in. Look, I'm probably going to go for... Let's go for the Nords to begin with, because I do like their footmen. They come out pretty damn strong once you get them leveled up. And we'll probably... Well, it's right next to the Vigirs as well, so we'll grab some of their troops to turn into archers. Now, one downside to starting where we're going to start. Let's do this. Sailed, ended up in Nordlands. The raiders up around their areas are fairly high tier, so they're going to kick our asses to begin with. We're going to have to be very careful of that. Anyway, you're exhausted by the time you find the inn in Sargoth and fall asleep quickly. However, you awake before dawn and are eager to explore your surroundings. You venture out into the streets, and all of a sudden you hear a rasp of a blade sliding from its scabbard. Okay, yeah, polearm, shield, and crossbow. Oh, crud. Yeah, crap, let's just go for... No, these, thank you. Get rid of the shield. I've played with a polearm a little bit, but not a hell of a lot. As much as you'll decide to choose a certain weapon, let's quickly say, oh no, done. Yeah, you'll choose a particular weapon set that you like or whatever, but if you decide to go into arenas or anything like that, you will be randomly assigned weapons to you, so it's good to get an idea of how to use all of them, I guess. Okay, Merchant of Sargoth, are you alright? Well, I guess you're alive at any rate. I'm not sure we can say the same for the other fellow. One less thief to trouble our streets at night, although heaven knows he won't be the last. Anyway, maybe you can help me out with something. Let's talk more inside. Out here, we don't know who's listening. Now, this will be sort of a tutorial quest. We will get it done, though we won't do it straight away. Merchant takes you into his house. Once inside, he stands by the door. Make sure you're not followed. Okay, let's go chat to him. Basically, a bunch of brigands have pinched his brother, and he's asking you to go and get him back. Yep, I'm interested. Lovely. Take this purse of money and go recruit some troops. That's the general gist of it. So here's the world map. So Sargoth is here where we're starting. So blue's Nords. The whitey sort of off-white is the, where are we? Kingdom of Vigir. Purple for the Kurgite Khanate. Saranid Sultanate. Kingdom of Rhodoks and Kingdom of Sawadia. Lovely. Where are we? Here. So we're going to go to a couple of the smaller towns. Now, I have mentioned I've played a little bit of it. Not a hell of a lot. There's a lot more to the game than just bashing people's heads in. It's strategy. You've got a lot of micromanagement. No one here is willing to join your party. Well, screw you guys. Eventually, you can try and join one of these factions. At some stages, you might want to swap sides. You can also try and take over castles, be assigned towns, and eventually you can even try and take over the entire area. Take over the world. Okay. Nope, we don't want to see raiders jumping on us. They're the guys we do not want to be chased by too much. Looters, on the other hand, we can take. How many looters are there? 6. Yeah, let's just get some more troops first, hey. One more Nord. Yay. What do you want? Surrender or die, as you wish. Okay, what is it? 3 enemy against our 8. So what we're going to do is we're going to select our infantry, tell them to stay right there. And I'm going to run out with my thwacking stick that I really don't know how to use very well as yet. I do know that I'm better off doing it without this shield. It'll let me. There we go. Okay, here come the enemy troops. Hey, Chief. Maybe not. I'm gonna suck so badly doing this first fight. We don't want to try and do that too. Trying to pick which freaking weapon you're using is a pain in the backside. There we go. You can use the mouse wheel up and down to select them, but... Okay, this is miserable. Let's just tell our infantry to charge. Pole arms are not something I'm overly good at this point in time. Hopefully we'll get better, but yeah. This sort of terrain is not the best for being on a horse either. Let's try and go back to the crossbow. It does take a while to reload the crossbows. They hit hard, but they don't hit fast. Oops, crud. You do have a limited number of shots as well. Something to keep in mind. Where the hell are my people? Come on, guys. Well, this is a really dull first fight for you guys to watch, isn't it? Yay, I killed somebody. Oh, and so one of our recruits. Wonderful. Nice of you guys to show up. Right, well. Yay, we won. Let's grab some stuff. What are you, 20 body armor? You're 22. I don't want the crossbows equipped. We'll swap over to the Falcon. Rightio then. One thing I probably should have done as well. Oh, we got another horse. Looks like we started off with some other gear. As I said, basically what you choose. Let's try and English this. The options that you choose when you're choosing how to make your character will decide what you start off with. Obviously, in this case, I started off with a bunch of trade goods. Grab some more volunteers. We've got to be careful not to make our starting army too big, because at the end of the day, we don't have the money to support them. Speaking of money, we have 107 dinars at this point in time. A few items that we can go and sell. At the moment, we've got 16 recruits with a weekly cost of 32 dinars. Okay. What we are going to want to do is probably grab some... Yeah, we'll come over into the Kingdom of Vigar. Oh, crap. 17 against their 10. Okay. It's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to go and get some guys that I can start turning into archers. But, oh well. Let's put these guys here. See if we can go a bit better with a weapon I'm a bit more accustomed to. There we go. Didn't kill him, but We're at least getting a few hits in. Lost one of our recruits. We'll tell them to charge now that they're up close. Ow. Not good. Not good. Need to get rid of that flippin' archer. Okay. Come on, guys. Go trounce him for me. Should only be one left. Oh, there was two left. But there are a whole lot of smushed. Okay, I don't think we got any prisoners out of that. No, we didn't. Okay, one of our troops was wounded, and I think we lost one. Grab all the gear that was here. Get rid of some of this crap. Okay, we're going to go for 2 shields. Reason being, one will stay on his back, while one's on his arm. Will give us a bit of extra defense on our back, plus once our shield starts getting too mangled, we can swap it over. Okay, we'll... Mail shirt straight off the bat, that's awesome. One thing about this area, as much as... Yep, definitely the fighting axe. The enemies are a lot stronger. They also drop some pretty sweet loot to begin with. Got to keep an eye on how much food we've got as well. Where are we going? Up here. Are they still chasing me? They are. You're going to catch me too. They're traveling faster than us.
That's a nice head you have on your shoulders.
My 14. Okay. You guys can wait there. So you can see the axe on my, sorry, the shield on my back as well. Now, for the first, I don't know, however many episodes, what we will be doing predominantly is essentially exactly what we're doing now. Just trying to run around, collect some money and experience. Okay. I'm going to go for, like, for my actual main character, is going to be sort of a, I don't know, prisoner taking, slave capturing build. You do get other units, like named units, that will serve purposes in-game as well. I really don't have a lot of experience with any of the political side of this game as yet. Ow. Your horse can get cut out from under you too. And it can also die. Or become lame. Tell our infantry to come in and say hello. Now you can change the direction that you're attacking. Just by the way I move, I guess, I'm much more inclined to attack off the left side of my horse. Which isn't to say that I can't attack off the right. Hey, no running away. Thank you. Okay, we're level 3. We must have gained a level 2 somewhere in there as well. Wonderful. More loot for us. What do we got here? What's not worth much? You're worth 21. We can get rid of you. Grab you at 47. You're 17. You're 46. You guys are crap. We'll get rid of you. I'll try not to do too much inventory management while you guys are watching, but yeah. I also don't like to do too many edits. Okay, so we've come to the town of Calradia. What we can do, we probably should have done way back there. We can go visit the tavern. which we will do to begin with. We're looking for a ransom broker, which there doesn't seem to be one. Nizar is one of those named troops that I was talking about. Greetings, traveller. I'm Nizar. No doubt you'll have heard of me. Nope. No, then perhaps you'll have heard of my steed, who cuts across the Calradian plains like a beam of moonlight. Or of my sword, a connoisseur of the blood of the highest-born princes of the land. Warrior, but, yeah. Anyway, we're not going to bother blabbering with him for the time being. We can't afford him. At the moment, basically, he'll add to our weekly cost. We're going to come check out the merchants. So, in the arms merchant, he's got 467 dinar to spend, so we'll try not to go over that. Hold on to the crossbow just for the time being. Also, hold on to the Bernie. Okay, we will try and get some named people fairly quickly. I've got a few in mind that I actually do want to get. Keep that for now. Okay, you'll see here, at the moment, we'll receive 561 dinar, which he doesn't have that much. So, let's see if there's anything here that we want that he's got. I want that. Not going to have as much reach. Not going to do as much damage, but it will give us a chance of knocking people out. So we can capture them. But it's expensive. Actually, you know what? Let's not, just for the time being. What here's worth a bit. Okay. We'll go to the armor merchant and just fob off the rest. You don't have a lot of money, buddy. You've got a little bit more. Lovely. Okay, we're going to want more food so that we can feed our people. You got to be careful what you grab. With an army that's fairly small, you're not going to go through the food very fast. So things like fresh pork. I think the fruit as well will go off. Beef will go off. The dried meat will not. Having a selection of different foods will make your people happier also. Just a little something to keep in mind. We're not going to worry about going into the arena or anything like that as yet. Not in this first episode. We'll get that sort of stuff sorted out later. Let's come down here so that we can start looking at recruiting peoples. 7 Vigir recruits. Another 6. So where's our party at? We've got 28 of a possible 54 at the moment. We can gain a level, and we've got a few of our recruits ready to be upgraded as well. I want these guys to straight up be footmen. We're not going to take them down the archer road at all. Now keep an eye on the weekly cost. You'll see it's going up, as is their tier, basically. More expensive troops because they're higher tier troops. It also costs money to upgrade them in the first place. But there you go. We've got a bunch of Nord footmen. Now let's upgrade ourselves. We'll get everything up to, I don't know. Oh, we got 2. That's right. We got 2 levels there. Agility will increase our movement speed a bit. Intelligence, well, hit intelligence, and it'll give you an extra skill point along the way. There is a lot of other stuff involved there as well. I'll go one more in prisoner management, and we'll go for riding. Power strike. More into sword and board. Okay, I probably don't want to recruit too many more at this point in time. You can see our traveling speed is really quite low. Going up a bit, there we go. I want to go and find more Sea Raiders to fight, essentially. Or looters. Looters will also do to begin with. What do you want? Surrender or die. I'm going to tell all my people to hang back here. Once you do start getting archers and more infantry and mounted troops, you'll start allocating, like... You won't basically tell everybody to go to the same place. You can also start putting named troops into different units. Yeah. We will get into more into that. Get more into that later. So I'm tripping over my tongue here. Probably get our shield out of every now and then so we stop getting hit by these rocks. Okay, let's tell everybody to come in and charge. Hopefully they shouldn't be too much of a threat for my troops. Okay, one tactic I have liked to use, I tend to go for fairly range heavy armies with just some really good strong infantry and some fairly strong... Oh, you wounded someone. Some fairly strong cavalry. Oh, one of our footmen's ready to upgrade as well. Lovely. But yeah, you sort of figure out who sits best in what area. Like, you might send... You always want to put your ranged people up on the high points. You might hide your infantry down in a gully so that the enemy can't get a beat on them before they reach you. Yeah. Some soldiers are ready to upgrade. Okay, the Vigier will become footmen. And from footmen, you'll spread out into veterans or skirmishers. We want the skirmishers at this point in time. So we want to start looking at turning them into archers. Get a Wirch egg. We will be able to set up businesses later as well, which is kind of cool. At the moment, though, I really want the ransom broker. There's ransom brokers and slave traders. Slave traders will pay a set baseline price. I think it's like 50 or something points. 50 points. 50 dinar, I'm pretty sure, for everyone you try and sell them. Whereas the ransom brokers will basically give you a bit more, depending on what sort of troop they are. Actually, I want to sell that too. Go back to Sargoth. No, we just got up here. Okay. Having more horses will speed up your travel time, as will certain skills. Having enemy lord, well, not enemy lord, one of the faction lords. Having more prisoners will generally slow you down. Oh, crap. Fast travel is a good way to get yourself into a fight accidentally. Yeah, put you guys there. I do want to get myself leveled up as well as my troops. Yeah, one of the abilities that I do currently have, or one of the skills that I do currently have, is training. So basically, depending on how many experience points I've got, I'll train other troops. So it's not just relying on them getting their own experience. Ooh, they're at my peeps already. I don't know, from what I can get, like, you get some skills seem to be better allocated to your followers than to yourself. But there is a level cap. I'm not sure what it is, but it's apparently there. trying to get our points up a fair bit. Enemy units will take prisoners as well. If these guys had prisoners, then basically what we would be able to do, if once we defeat them, is to hire some of them, or all of them. I believe it's the only way you can get the manhunter troops. I do like the manhunters. They're a cavalry that is specifically designed, specifically designed to knock out, not kill the enemy, which is great for making, you know, catching slaves and whatnot. Okay, level 4. Sorry, I'm just doing all the fighting myself at this point in time. But I sort of want to get my own guy off to a bit of a head start. Now, I mentioned the arenas. There's different tournaments. Different countries will basically hold different sorts of tournaments. Some will be foot tournaments, some will be mounted, some will be mixed archery. Pretty sure I got him just as he hit the edge of the map, which is good. They can't escape. There we go. 2 manhunters. Well, there you go. Fire straight off the bat. Wonderful. We're going to want to keep them right down the bottom of our company. Depending on the positioning on this list, depends on who gets basically selected first to go into a mission. Yes, please. Okay. I wasn't expecting to get riders just yet. Oh, there we go. We will get a quest to destroy that later. Yeah, I wasn't expecting to get any cavalry yet. So that could be a good or bad thing. Another named person. There's the ransom broker. Okay, basically, he gives us money for our prisoners. To him, a looter's only worth 32. I think these guys might be better sold to slavers. But, I don't know. You can capture enemy lords. They tend to be worth a fair bit of money. Not so much to those dudes, but basically you'll get offers to sell them back. Anyway, I'm going to probably finish off right about there. This is JesterArke, and this is Mountain Blade Warband. Please feel free to hit the buttons of appreciation button down the bottom. As I said, this game is new to me, even though it's not a new game. So please also leave some comments down below. Let me know what I should be doing, what I should be looking at, and focusing on. I've got a few of the named characters in mind that I've played around with already, and I'm going to go and try and track a few of them down. But, yeah, we'll do all that. Well, start doing all that in the next episode. Bye!